right, now my next guest is a complete mystery to me, but thankfully my producers have given me and you a few hints. This young entrepreneur used to work with fashion designers such as Vivienne Tam, but these days the names of David Chang and Masaharu Morimoto, chefs, they're more likely to be in her appointment book. She's bringing an Eastern influence to her industry and leaving a tasty impression. All right, let's bring out our mystery guest.
Hello.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Nice to meet you.
Well, I've noted, all right, so are you involved in the culinary industry? Because it says about tasty impressions and now working with chefs.
Culinary event marketing.
Culinary event marketing. All right, and are you a chef yourself?
I'm not a chef, but I love to eat.
But you love to eat. And have you worked with these very famous chefs such as Masaharu Morimoto, the Iron Chef as well? You have.
I have. I've worked with a number of great Asian-minded chefs.
And have you also had a career on Wall Street by any chance?
A brief one, yes.
A brief career on Wall Street, and now you're running a culinary marketing firm.
That's correct.
I have to think, have you put together any recent festivals in the New York metropolitan?
Might have, yes.
You might have. And is it centered on Asian?
I'm very impressed.
Is it centered on Asian food?
It is.
Yes,
it's centered on exploring Asian culture.
And would I be remiss in not thinking about Lucky Rice?
There you go.
Is that pretty
very
good?
Impressed. You'll have to tell me all of your secrets.
Well, the only secret is that I get these various emails about the various, I don't get to go to them, but the various culinary festivals in the New York area. But I confess I don't know your name.
My name is Danielle Chang.
Danielle Chang, thank you very much for being here.
Very nice.
You give me half marks for getting close to your name?
You can just call me Miss Lucky Rice.
Okay. How did you get into this? Because the reason I asked about Wall Street is because we've had a series of people who've said, all right, they've had enough with certain careers. They don't necessarily want to continue being in the finance industry, but they use a lot of the same skill sets in order to perfect their businesses. How did you get into Lucky Rice?
I've had a very varied career, and I actually started out as an art historian. I studied critical theory at Columbia. So, in fact, it's almost coming home with Lucky Rice because it's about telling stories about culture. And, I've worked with artists of many stripes, whether they're fine artists or fashion designers or chefs now. It's really, as you said, using the same skill set.
What's it like trying to manage the temperament of very successful chefs? Is it the same as trying to manage very successful people on Wall Street or wealthy investors?
I think it's very different working with artists and working with business people, for lack of a better generalization. But creative types usually want to be able to make their art and not have to deal with managing their careers. And so, that's an opportunity for
They want someone to take care of a lot of the details. They just want to focus, in this case, on making great food.
Absolutely, and I think that that's the way it should be. There's been a trend towards chefs, having to manage all aspects of their career in and outside of the kitchens, and that can be a little overwhelming for somebody.
They've got television careers now. They've got books. They've got blogs, and how much?
They're rock stars.
They are the new rock stars.
Yes.
And has that been overdone though? Because we do have the celebrity chef phenomenon, and of course the success of the various Food Network programs. Has it peaked?
I don't think so, because I think that food as culture is something that everybody can relate to. What a better way to spend an evening than to travel to a different destination through the lens of chef, and whether it's Spanish cuisine or French cuisine or Chinese or Japanese or Korean. It's such a wonderful way to explore cultures.
How did you come up with the idea of Lucky Rice?
I think that there was a business opportunity because, as I said, everybody's become a foodie, and there's definitely a surging interest in Asian culture and cuisine. So I really wanted to create a company, a platform that would put all of these disparate kind of bodies of people that are interested in Asian food, whether it's the chefs themselves or the consumers who patronize the restaurant, or the corporate sponsors that want access to both of these constituencies.
Well, that's what I'm going to follow up on that. I want to find out how you get these corporate sponsors, what they want from Lucky Rice, and what they want from their associations with these chefs and celebrities. Thank you very much. We're going to continue the conversation with our mystery guest, a mystery no longer, Danielle Chang from Lucky Rice. This is Taking Stock on Bloomberg. We'll also tell you what her favorite food is. This is Taking Stock on Bloomberg. I'm Pimm. We're speaking with I'm getting emotional, with our mystery guest, a mystery no longer, Danielle Chang, the head of Lucky Rice, a culinary marketing firm.
Yes.
What draws you to how do you know who to bring in as part of your marketing empire? I mean, you go out and you taste the food and then you say, gee, do you want to do something with us? How do you make that happen?
Well, we have an amazing group of chefs that we work with. They're on our culinary council, and they range from, Asian chefs like David Chang and Morimoto, who you mentioned, who have an obvious tie to Asian cuisine. And then we also have chefs like Danielle Chang and Eric Repair on our culinary council, who are French-trained chefs, but yet opening restaurants in Asia, increasingly adding Asian ingredients and techniques into their dishes. So it's sort of the Easternization of the American dining palette, I think. You really see this Asian influence across menus, from high-end to low-end dining.
And is this as much a reflection on the clientele coming to those restaurants, or is it just a realization that they never had access to these ingredients? Because the supply chain must be different as well.
It is. I think it's many things, but I also think it's an increased interest in Asian culture due to the economy, due to globalization, increased
immigration.
Travel. Exactly, and also a new generation of chefs who are coming on board that understand how better to market with American consumers and diners.
What about the health aspects of dining and Asian food? Because people are very conscious of what they eat, and we know that so many of the new food introductions are based on health, whether it's organic or whether it's supposed to be good for you, various types of antioxidants, for example.
Well, the Asian diet is certainly very healthy, with its reliance on staples like rice and fish and vegetables, but it can be very unhealthy too. Some of my favorite.
I'm leading you there. So what's your favorite?
I don't know. I mean, I love Asian street food. Just simple, hearty meals. Like, I'm in the mood for a bowl of ramen right now. I think I'm going to go to have a bowl of ramen after this talk right now.
All right. And anything to go with it? Sake?
Sake, beer.
Both of
Maybe
those
a cocktail.
All right,
all three.
You're making me hungry. All right, thank you very much. Danielle Chang of Lucky Rice. This is Taking Stock on Bloomberg. Have a good weekend. Good night.